Welcome back to Flannel Hill Farm and Tool Talks with Brittany. This is going to be a tool talk about razor blades. So, razor blades, I don't think I have ever been on a work site, job site, whatever you want to call them, without a razor blade. These come in all kinds of different forms. We have little plastic ones. These aren't my favorite. These little plastic ones, they're kind of clunky. They're kind of cheap. They're flimsy. I don't know. I don't know about the plastic ones. A lot of them that you're gonna see are these metal ones. You take the screw out to change the blade. There's extra blades in there. These are okay. These are gonna be your stereotypical generic razor blade. The box opener type razor blades, these are not my favorite as well. These are better. They're not as clunky. They're not as thick. So if you're just looking for something quick and easy and you're just going to be doing tape or something easy and you don't mind dropping them, these are cool. These are good. But otherwise, and you make sure they have a solid blade. The breakaway blades, dangerous. Don't use them. You start cutting, the blade will break off and stick, and then you got sharp edges everywhere, and not a good idea. This one is a Craftsman, and this is one of the coolest razor blades I've ever seen. So all three of these take the same blades. This one takes a different one, but this one has a clip. It folds out, so it was half the size. You know, now it's equivalent or just a little bigger. It's about the same size. But now it's half the size. So this one is actually really cool. It kicked our butt when we tried to change the blade the first time. However, cool thing about this one is it holds blades in the back. So there's extra blades here. So that's pretty cool. You always have blades with you. They don't really rattle around as much as this one does. But yeah, razor blades. So this red one is a dual purpose. This one can be like a pocket knife. You can carry it around with you, but it's also a razor blade, work blade, metal, pretty sturdy. These are very versatile. So these you can drop, you can nick, you can cut different things. When you're using your pocket knife, you don't want to dull the blade. You don't want to use it on, these are pretty constant in a build. You got a bad knot that didn't get planed off, you can cut it off with one of these. You can cut open packages of tools. You can open boxes of tools. These are pretty consistent on a job site. They are very sharp. Something you got to be careful of. You don't want these around if your job site has kids. If you do have these around, you want to make sure that you're constantly pulling that blade back. You kind of want to make sure you're doing that anyways, but pulling that blade back makes it a little more difficult for kids to get the blade out. You got to push down and push instead of just pushing. Another con on all of these is blade changes. They all change blades differently. That's why these are a more constant. You see them in all of your home improvement stores, because it's with a screwdriver. You open it up, you change it, you flip it, you put it back. However, these are not for all applications. The blade is only so long. You can only get so deep, so beyond an obstruction. But these do a lot. Like I said, they open tool packaging. They can take a sliver off of a piece of wood. You can score insulation to snap it. There's a lot you can do with a razor blade. Foam board, not regular insulation like this. Not mineral wool and not fiberglass, but scoring foam board works with these. So that is the razor blade video. There's plenty of different ones. Find your favorite. If you're building something, you need a razor blade, at least one knife. You're gonna need multiple razor blades. But these are your best friends. Doing what we just did today with the tape, the zip tape, you gotta cut it every time. You gotta cut it. So this was in my pocket the whole time. It's just something you need. It's a necessary evil. They're sharp, they hurt, they cut you. You're gonna, it's a necessary evil. So, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to add you to the family. And we're gonna have more tool videos, so, and it'll be a playlist, so make sure you watch them. I appreciate y'all.